Hi, I'm Mary Zeke.
And I'm Angie Locker, and this is our Module 2, Arts and Integration Case Studies.
The two lessons we will be concentrating on are animal habitats and the dance of the butterfly, found on the Kennedy Arts Edge website. In the animal habitats lesson, students will identify animals and their habitats, identify and use chronological order, use volume, facial expression, body movements, and American Sign Language to enhance communication. Repeat aloud patterns and rhythms of text, and identify rhyming words and create a story page using moldable material. In the Dance of the Butterfly lesson, students will read Eric Carle's book, The Very Hungry Caterpillar, draw pictures based on images from The Very Hungry Caterpillar, examine photographs of the stages of the monarch butterfly life cycle, create a graphic organizer that demonstrates the monarch life cycle, create and choreograph a dance focusing on the life cycle of the monarch butterfly, and perform the dance focusing on the life cycle of the monarch butterfly.
How are critical thinking skills addressed in each study?
In the lesson Animal Habitats K-4, the critical thinking skills addressed are performance skills and techniques, producing, executing, and performing. In the Dance of the Butterfly, the critical thinking skills addressed are composing and planning, producing, executing, and performing.
Compare the effectiveness of critical thinking techniques in each case study.
Both studies would be very effective for teaching students the critical thinking techniques of composing, planning, producing, executing, and performing.
How did teachers encourage and/or present creative expression in each case study?
Teachers encouraged creative expression in the Animal Habitats lesson by having students sing, sculpt, and use American Sign Language, then act, visualize, and design environments and backgrounds for their dramatization. Teachers encourage creative expression in the Dance of the Butterfly lesson by having students examine photos of the stages of the monarch butterfly, apply dance elements, create and choreograph a dance to express what they learn.
Again, compare the use of creative expression in the two studies. Was one more effective than the other?
We felt both lessons give a strong element of creative expression. We felt that perhaps our male students may not be as excited to dance in front of their classmates. However, they are more likely to be the students who need some type of movement activity built into their day.
Give specific examples of creative expression in each case study. Were they more process or product oriented?
In the Dance of the Butterfly lesson, the example of creative expression is more process-oriented. The teacher will be grading on the process students use to display their butterfly life cycle knowledge. The discussion of students figuring out how they need to move so that it is choreographed in the correct order will be how they demonstrate their understanding of the life cycle. In the Habitats lesson, the example of creative expression is product-oriented. The teacher will examine the student's final clay creation, and this will demonstrate their knowledge of each animal in its habitat.
How were connections made between curricular subthemes in each case study? Do you think the case studies exemplified seamless integration or more of an interdisciplinary approach?
For each of these lessons, there's a great potential for integration. The lesson on animal habitats give example of how to use music, theater, visual arts, science, math, and language arts to integrate the lesson. However, the Dance of the Butterfly lesson only listed dance and science.
Describe the level of student engagement in each study.
For each of these lessons, there's a great potential for positive student engagement. Students will be moving to music, dancing. It is very likely that our students will enjoy each of them.
How can you see yourself using either example in your teaching?
In first grade, we teach FOSS science as well as in our we also use Scott Forsman for reading. In FOSS, we teach plants. So our focus will not be on animal habitats as much as the plants found in the variety of animal habitats. We also have a story in our Scott Forsman called I'm a Caterpillar. And in this, for our reading series, it teaches about the life cycle of the butterfly. So I could see using the Dance of the Butterfly lesson and it being very adaptable for our classroom. Both lessons would easily fit into our primary nonfiction writing lessons as we talk about animals and what they look like and eat, where they live, and other great facts about them.
In kindergarten, we teach FOSS Science and Animals 2 by 2, and in our Scott Forsman reading series, we have a story titled Animal Babies in Grasslands. I feel that this would be one way to incorporate the animal habitats lesson. We also teach nonfiction writing, where kindergartners research animals and their habitats and learn other great facts about them. Both of these lessons would work perfect for kindergarten. However, I could kind of see the animal habitat lesson lending itself to my kindergarten students rather nicely. Describe changes that you would make to each example in order to use it in your classroom or teaching assignment.
Both of us have students that communicate using American Sign Language, and we were thinking that for the animal habitats lesson, we would incorporate more signs, not only for the numbers, but also for the animals and the actions that they do in the story as well.
Have any of these case studies prompted ideas about an area of your curriculum that you could alter to include arts integration?
Yes, absolutely. We already integrate the arts into our curriculum. However, neither of us have ever done a dance type movement activity for teaching the life cycles before. And we also have had students create a drawing and painting of animals in their habitats, but haven't tried having them sculpt with clay or Play-Doh, and would really like to try this.
Thank you for sharing this arts integration case study with us. We hope that this gave you a better picture of what we found exciting and interesting about these two models.
Thank you.